Welcome, lads. Make sure to get the stream a like. Much appreciated.
Right, I am back.
Yes.
Silverstone. I love this track.
Yeah, it's a cracker of a track.
Oh, I love it. I don't know. Hamilton or something took over my racecraft abilities last night.
Yeah. So, welcome to League of Ireland Season 9. I was about to say Season 6, I don't know why. But welcome to League of Ireland Season 9, Tier 1. We're at Silverstone. After today, we'll be halfway through the season. We will, as a...
Oh, it doesn't feel like it, does it?
Time is flying as well, but... But it'll be interesting now. We have LOI Not Jack, who is P1 in the championship. I think he's on 62 points, 63, and then we have Dilzer, which is not here, and then Mr. Ice Cold Andy, both on 52, and then we have LOI Colin B, surprisingly, Mr. P4. So rumours are going around that Colin B is after laying down the tarmac around Silverstone. He's grinded it that much.
Well, I mean, Colin's been in good form recently, so I'd say he's hoping to keep it up tonight to possibly move up the championship.
That's it. Oh, there's just a lot of rumours going. Like, I'm telling you now, this lad is P4 in the championship. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, he's having a smashing season. Someone will probably turn around and say I have a little crush, but I do like seeing Colin do well because he was obviously one of the first people to introduce me to LOI, so it's nice to see him doing well.
I think this is the fourth time Tier 1 will be around here. A fourth time. This will be the fourth time.
Well, I tell you what, I'm always happy to race on this track.
I can tell you, I can remember all the polls as well. Season 2, we had a one. When was the season 2? Yeah, it was a. No, actually, this will be the fifth time. The fifth. Season 1, we did a pole position was in season 1. That was on F1 2019. Your pole was a 125.2. Then season 2 was F1 2020. That was a 124.2. Season 4 was on F1 2020. Also, that was a 1 minute 23.8. And then I think season 7 was the last time we did it around here, and that was on F1 21. That was a 125.9 by Seabooks. So this could be this, like, this, not a driver's wise, but the car performance wise, it could be the slowest. I'm looking at a 27 flats or 26.9. So look, we go on LOI Khan now on a lap, coming up to turn 1 here, easily flat out. Turn 2, easily flat out. Not a bother. Turn 3, keep it in third gear. Turn 4, gonna hook it, let's get as close as you can. Turn 5 is easily flat out up here. Coming up the Brooklands down here. You just need to hug it right as you can in fourth gear. Keeps it in third gear, coming up to Luffield here now. Now here, I remember in the games, since it's always been flat out since I can remember. So I don't know what, they have to lift in this year's generation, I guess. Coming up to Cops Corner, coming up to Maggots and Beckett's, flat out in 8th gear. Maggots, Beckett's, he's after invalidating.
Oh, he's invalidating.
But we go on
SJ
board
here. SJ's invalidated in the exact same place.
Fanjo's invalidated as well. So I wonder what Dylan's doing.
Busheen's took it.
Dylan coming on the chapel here now. I'll put the
Machine
103.9.
seems to be lagging a lot on my screen.
Stowe, you don't want to keep it down in 6th. He keeps it in 5th, try to get the extra rotation. Keep it in 7th, coming down to here. Vale. And he's going to come on to the hill. Hamilton straight now, the start finish line. And what is he going to set? 127.9.
Oh, Shin beating him with a 127.6.
6. We're going on board with Jack. Dan O'Wem at 127.1. So there you go. Like, I heard in rumours that there was 27 flats at 26.9. So Dan O'Wem is absolutely on form today. And I remember racing with Dan O'Wem around here. This was his strongest track. What is Jack going to set at 127.4? Championship leaders in P2. What's Mr. Ice Cold Andy? This lad is 2 wins out of the first 4 races. He looks like this. He looks like he's going to be on the 27.2. But that Dan O'Wem, that's vintage stuff. Coming up the Stowe here. Ice Cold Andy's gone out a bit wide here. He's probably lost 10th there easily. Silverstone as it is always a great out qualifying. Can't beat a track in qualifying in Silverstone.
Well, I mean the time difference here is massive to Tier 4. Like Dan hitting that 27.1. I think if I remember correctly, last night was a 128.1, and that was pole position, and I think it was a 128.1. something along the lines. I was 121.2 for second, 128.1 for first, so time is massively different compared to Tier 4.
But look, it's close the gap. I know Sanko in Tier 3 did a very good time at 27.7. So that was a very, very competitive time. Like
Sanko, I feel Sanko's been brilliant this season. I think last season was his shadow season. He just kept to himself, and now this season he's showing what he's actually capable of.
Yeah, that's a very good banker from Dan O'Wem. I haven't seen that in a long time, like with that performance now. And he hasn't even finished the race. I can't even remember when it was last time he got points. It's like, so trying to remember his last win. His last win was, I think, season 6, and he won the championship.
Not improving on his time.
Yeah, I think they're all gone in. They all did their first run. It's mad, like, because once they do the first one in Tier 1, they all just do it, boom. And they don't even give up track evo as well, like.
Yeah, well, now that most of the lads are pitting, Paddy, what would you say would be your favourite track to race on?
My favourite to race on? My strongest or favourite?
Just favourite.
Oh, there goes Slim.
Jump.
Oh, jeez, he's alright. He's alright.
It's funny, I call him Shim, yeah, everyone calls him Slim.
Hello, Slim. He's actually, he won the Tier 2 championship in season 5. He's been up in Tier 1 since, but my favourite one, I loved Bahrain, the race on. Loved it.
Yeah.
It's the second sector, you have the corners, but it was always a strength. But Silverstone was a great one as well. Yeah, just put the cars on.
Me personally, I'd say my favourite to race on would be Jeddah. So far, touch wood, I haven't been beaten by the AI or anyone on multiplayer 5-lappers or anyone on that so far. That's my favourite to race on, but in terms of my best track, like speed-wise and consistency-wise, would actually be Silverstone.
Yeah, Silverstone is a great one, but I don't know if anyone's listening here now, but if it's a safety car, lap 1, straight into the pits.
Yeah, that happened last night. Gaffo and
if there's no safety,
pitted straight away.
If there's no safety car, like I was saying to a few lads, I remember saying, like, in season 4, I remember staying out on the off tours at the time, It was soft medium
Yeah.
then. Easily make it down. The lads boxed on the first lap on the hards with a safety car. A few drivers, and the lads who O'Shane, he boxed on the first lap. He ended up winning the race. I couldn't catch him. It's just the time difference, and I was pushing the car like a bull in a china shop. Like,
Yeah. In Tier 3, when I reserved in Tier 3 on Sunday, I mean, there was, I think, there was no safety car. Like, no safety car. So, in terms of no safety cars coming out, strategy is like extremely important. Whereas if a safety car or two comes out, you're kind of you have that time to think and change strategies. Like last night, there was a safety car in the very first lap in our race, and Gaffo, the likes of Gaffo, etc., pitted on the hards, and they went basically the entire race on the hards somehow.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
amazing from the lads.
We're on board with Sully TM. We've done a 27.6. Coming up the low field here now. It's always a tricky corner. You don't realise it because it just goes on for ages and ages. It's easily flat out here on the old pitch straight here. Get as tight as you can now. You want to go out as wide as you can up the Cobb's house. Sully TM, he goes down to 7th. You just can't. You need to be running 50-50 wings going around there when they take it flat. Maggots and Beckett's over 312 kilometers an hour, 195 miles an hour coming into there. He's after taking that very well. Sully TM, the Kerry man, Sean Kerry man, a 104 flat at the moment. This lad joined in season 6.
McGucks
He
is
was like a
5 tenths up
Kajoko,
on his time.
so he's flying up the tiers now. Look at Sully TM now. Can you get a time now? Good time on the board here now. This is the slow speed corners with these generation cars. That's where you make the most of your time. And this looks like a 28.2, moves him up to P13.
Oh, McGucks lost the rear a little bit there. Only up into the P9.
Dylan invalidated, so that's not good news for Dylan.
I mean, Maggots and Beckett's for me is one of the most satisfying corners in the game, alongside the Castle turn in Baku.
I'm gonna go back here now because sorry didn't disturb you here, but Tommy hasn't invalidated out of the top 2, so he has a chance now to get himself up. I rate Tommy very highly. He's probably the one of the quickest drivers we've ever had in this league, and I'm surprised he hasn't even won a Tier 1 championship.
Dylan's down on his time here.
Oh, yeah, 8th gear straight in. Beckett's he's taking it nice and high gear as you can. Here we go. Down 6th gear, hugs it here. Now Tommy is good last sector he can. He went out nice and wide there to carry as much as speed he can. What's Tommy gonna say? We have section with 127.2. Section nowhere to be seen. Just a quiet man all season. But Tommy's at 127 flat.
Oh, say that 001 is like really irritating for him, eh?
Aye. Mental. Slim, 27.4. That's a great time for Slim. He hasn't had time. He's away interrailing, so it's good to have Slim back. Proper OG, and him and his brother. Brother's a busy man now working.
I wonder why O'Shea's pitted there. He's on 100 ERS.
Yeah, look, they're all done their run now. So they'll all come back out. So who's your favourite to win this now? If you had 20 quid there as a go in, do put a bet on there for us. And who'd you put on?
Oh, I don't know. It's a really, really tough one between Jack and Tommy, in my honest opinion. If I was going to put it on one of them, I'd probably... I can't believe you put me in this position.
You put me in a couple of positions so far this is, so I have to get you back.
Can I put 20 quid on a top 3, not in order?
Who's your top 3 anyway? You're going to go Tommy, Jack anyway, and then you're probably going to put Colin. Yeah?
I'd say Tommy, Jack, and I will go with Mr. Ice Cold Andy.
Yeah, you couldn't. We go on board with him. He's going out to set a lap now early now. And do you know what I've noticed now with Mr. I've even studied him here now in the comments. Have you noticed anything now, particular, similar? No?
About what kind of what am I looking for exactly?
So, I'll tell you now, I remember he went out in Netherlands early last week on the final run and he set a lap early. People who were watching last week will remember and he put down a banker. A very good lap. He got pole, he got a 10-2 last week in Netherlands. People will be like, what are you talking about, Slater? But he went out and he's gone out early again.
Ah, yes. I think, depending on how Andy does here on this lap, I might change my top three. I'll see how he does.
Would you get out again? Would you? It's easy said and done.
I would say Tommy, Jack, and Andy.
I hope Dan O'M. I agree with Sully. I hope Dan O'M wins. Hope Dan O'M. He deserves a win. I wouldn't be complaining. Well, go on board now. Mr. Ice Cold Andy takes it nice and wide. Gets a bit of an oversteer there. Coming onto the Hamilton straight. This was Abbey here in the old section. I don't know if it's still now. Turn 1 easily flat out. Turn 2, AlphaTauri's clearly out his way. Turn 3. Look at this. Kind of goes up to 4th gear. Might double shift down to 2nd. Though he keeps it in 3rd. High gear. Straight on the traction. Up just to 4th. So quick Andy does. That's where he's probably getting his pace from. Coming up to Brooklands. There we go. Goes out a bit too wide, but he's alright. Hug it as you can. Tight as you can. Keeps it up to 4th gear. So is he coming up the old cops here now? They're hard to be pounding in Andy. I might have the feet up. Goes a bit wide. Oh, he's another day in. Does he have time? He has time though. He has time.
He has enough ERS also.
He has enough ERS, but the Tours have gotten a bit of a... Tommy is getting the car as light as he can. I know when goes, do what you want there, I'll go boy. Right, we go on board. Fangio's on the left now. Yeah, we'll go on board with Fangio anyway.
So you'd like to see the Red Bull win then, eh?
Dan O'M, season 6 champion. Hasn't won in a while. I met him as well, proper gent as well, so here we go. Fangio at 27.5 in the 4th sector, so Fangio's not out of this now. It's not his strongest track, so no, but you just can never say never. Get as tight as you can. Get nice out wide. Don't scrub as much as off the speed as you can. Oh, he's took that very good. I know it's not flat out no more, but coming up to Maggots and Beckett's, Cops, he took that very well in Cops there, but Beckett's goes down to 6th gear. Chapel,
he took that beautifully.
Coming up to Chapel here, boom, straight on the power, DRS wide open. He's 3.5 tenths up on his time. He needs more tenths last sector. He's getting a lot in the last sector. Come up to Stowe.
Move up to 5th here.
Upshifts quick as you can. Now he needs these are probably the slowest speed corners on the circuit. Here coming on to the now Hamilton straight now. What is Fangio going to set a 127.3?
And he did get the 5th. He did get the 5th.
That's what I'm saying.
Jack here just coming up through Maggots and Beckett's here.
We go Ice Cold Andy. He's gone on another lap. He's only matching his time. He's barely on the ERS. He'll have enough ERS to finish it.
Jack's a 10th up here.
Cruiser at 127.8. Moves himself up to P14. Oh, Ice Cold Andy gets a bit out of shape. What's he gonna get set? 127.244. What's Jack gonna set now? Jack's only a 10th up on his time. He needs a lot more time to gain. What's championship leader gonna set? A 127 flat.
Oh, 2nd.
Watch Dan O'M. Watch Dan O'M and Tommy. These are the big boys now on today. A 10.5 up. Dan O'M. 26.9. Come on, Dan O'M.
Purple sector 2.
Thanks for the chase. Boom. Stowe corner down to 5th gear. Upshift to 6 as quick as you can. Nice and wide. Coming up the 3rd last corner. 2nd last corner here. And flat out as you can on the last
Oh,
corner
this is
coming on the
looking
Hamilton
really
straight.
good.
The season 6 tier 1 champion sets at
Oh,
26.8. Boom.
Tommy
What's
now.
Tommy can challenge that? Tommy doesn't seem like he is at the moment. Dan O'Wem just had that in the bag all along. But you just never say never. Never count Tommy out. Oh, 26, 9, 9.
That's close, that's close.
Ah.
Well, your man's on pole, Paddy.
Yeah, look, I wasn't surprised with Tommy or Dan O'Wem there, especially Tommy. Cruiser going
Well,
on.
I bet you're hoping that's how the top 3 hangs out there. Dan O'M on that first.
Yeah, look, I don't mind. Once the best man, once it's a good race, that's what I hope. But I hope for Dan O'Wem's confidence-wise, if he gets a win here. I'll say
It'd
like
be
that
nice to
bit
see
of
no
commentary as
safety
well.
cars.
You'd be loving that.
It'd be nice to have no safety cars just so to see the lads race.
Yeah, you're right there.
Hate seeing a good race then a safety car coming out. It just ruins it.
That's a serious 2 laps there by the lads. That's like, I don't know what the race pace is now, but like 2 tenths ahead of the whole field. Like, and I think this is the second longest track on the LOI calendar this season. So, yeah, do you want to take us to 6th? Well, Dan O'Wem was 891 now. It was 892 on mine, but now it's 891. But look, you can do on there.
Well, we have Dan O'M in pole position, Tommy P2, Jack P3, Section P4, Andy P5, Fanjo P6, Colin P7, Con 8th, Slim Jim 9th, and Darren 10th. And it's currently not letting me scroll down
McLox P11,
further.
Ryan Dad P12, O'Shane P13, Dylan P14, SJ R P15, Josh Nair P16, Cruiser P17, Sully TM P18, and Kachogo P19. But I have to say, Slim, that's a quality lad from Slim. Like, that lad's been on holidays and all, and hasn't barely played the game one bit. So, very, very impressed with that. So I'm looking forward to this race now.
Looking at the top 3 there, it's interesting to see how they'll do now.
Yeah, especially the top 2 lads. I wonder how quick they're going to set the pace. Obviously, with that quality, like we've seen this season, qualifying's been a lot tighter. But I know it's a longer track. But yeah,
Turn 1 here is going to be an interesting one. People will get what's the word I'm looking for? I've gone blank. I can't speak. I'm just not gonna talk for a bit. Just I can't get words out. Yeah, my commentating career is over. No, I'm not alright. I don't know what's happening to me. Yeah. Can I put in my notice to retire?
Yeah, you're alright. You're alright. It happens. It happens. It happens. I think that that difference is like between Dan O'Wem and it's less than that. I think it's about half a foot in the difference. It's probably about a foot. I think it's a foot over a 5.8 kilometer track. That's how tight that was. Right, there we go. So yeah, so Ice Cold Andy on the hards, Fanjo on the softs, Sully TM on the back on the hards. Interesting. So we have Ryan Dav and Dylan on the hards also. I'm surprised Ryan Daft back there. I know he joined late and all. Probably didn't have the best qualifying. Expected him to be in the top 10. But yeah, it's interesting now. There I am having it. I was about to think before there in qualifying there. I thought the lads with the soft tires, but they don't have to start on them tires. Like Ice Cold Andy done 2 laps on his and Fangio, so
Interesting seeing Fangio on the softs up there.
Yeah. A very aggressive strategy, but like Fangio was saying, he doesn't seem like he has the pace.
Kijoko will be probably Kijoko and Fangio will probably be looking to go softs, mediums.
Yeah, I think the lads could do hard softs. You just don't know.
I know. Last night it was a tough decision for me. Obviously, I was going to go hards and softs, but because I was up towards the front, you'd really want to be on the faster tyre.
And plus, you had safety cars as well, so it's 19 cars here, looking at nearly a full grid. So like,
well, those hards can go 20 laps max on this track.
Don't forget Con, Tier 2 driver, P8, great qualifying from him. So like,
that's the word I was looking for. Some lads will be optimistic and try dive it up the inside. There we go. I got there in the end. Yeah, after about 2 minutes.
I hope it's clean anyway. Clean, exciting race. So here we go. 5 lights for the... Our lights out for... Oh, we have the lights glitch. For the Tier 1 Season 9 British Grand Prix.
Tommy's got a great start there.
Lawyer. Jack's going to come around the outside of Dan O.M. Dan O.M.'s going to hang on to him. Backs out, Jack.
Darren spun.
Fangio going to go around the outside. Fangio already up to P4. He is flying. He's after hitting Jack on the rear there. I'll be wise. I'll let him go ahead. That looks... I wouldn't battle him down here. I'll let Jack go ahead. Oh, Jack pulls over.
Oh, the Mercedes. Gone. Ryan's gone.
Mercedes of section. Ryan's gone. Ryan Daft down. He's battling with Darren O'Brien back there.
Oh, the Williams has gone. Slim's in.
Slim's gone, unfortunately. Just the lack of racecraft. That's only just letting him down. But Cruiser, Cruiser and SJR, the 2 Alfa Romeos, goes very wide out there. Ice Cold Andy gets ahead of Colin B. Just goes to show you the pace of him on the hards compared to Colin. I think Colin might have damage. The car seems very lazy through there.
It doesn't look like he has any damage.
Jack seems like he's struggling compared to Tommy and Dan O.M. The 2 lads are setting good pace. If these work together, these can get out of that train. Colin B boxes. Yeah, that's after letting him down. I think he's had damage, is right. Fangio on the back of Jack. Fangio needs to get a solid start. Oh, there's yellow flag. Right there, Kijoko looks like. No, it's not. It's Slim. Slim's after spinning. Here comes Jack. Jack's Fangio's pushing him around the track. Fangio's in the slipstream. He's going to cut out as Jack seems like he's running a quicker car in a straight line. Fangio's strength is the race. Oh, he has to be careful.
Oh, Dan shook there. He lost the car completely. Managed to just control. I didn't mean to say it completely. He lost the rear end completely.
See Fangio and Jack up there. We go on board with section.
Dan's having to burn the ERS to get back up into Tommy.
Fangio all over the rear of Jack. Here we go. Fangio's gotten a good run. He's keeping in the slipstream. He's loads of ERS down. I personally would have waited because you can see how quick Jack is in the straight line. Oh, gee, that was close. Good racing. Jack is defending for his life. But the man who I'm impressed about is Andy. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, Jesus, Con.
Jesus, yeah. I can't even speak there. Fanjo and Jack. Looks called Andy gets ahead of Con. Con might make a
Con
move up.
went really wide. He just, yeah, he went extremely wide.
Oh, Fanjo literally loses the car there. But he's okay. He'll have the DRS. Will catch him up to Jack.
Section here coming
Section
up the
is
back
running
of
a rocket
Fangio.
ship in a straight line. So he'd be a hard man to overtake for Andy, I think. I think Andy will have to get him out on the traction zones. I hope he...
Maggots and Beckett's are the one corner you really want to beat your opponents on.
Yeah, you need to be very tight up because... Oh, he just keeps that front right tire on the track there.
O'Sheen keeps losing time on McGlucks at Cop's corner. He doesn't seem to be very confident going into Cop's. I've noticed
gaining here now. He's going to be gaining. He's in the slipstream. Yeah, I think he's already had his chance there on Jack.
I've noticed that in Maggots and Beckett's, the second left, well, the first left, people are going down into the sixth gear. It's probably, oh, Fangio shook a little bit there. They lose a lot of time.
Daniel Wem seems quicker than... I know that the slipstream is so powerful around here and the DRS is so powerful too, but Daniel Wem seems like he's in a very comfortable position here.
Dan's top speed coming out of those two corners, he was hitting 175, 178. Tommy was only hitting 173.
Yeah, that's the slipstream there for you. I'm just gonna be trying to get him up before Stowe corner.
Dan does look really comfortable here though on this track.
Oh, there goes Fangio, loses the back end.
Section's gone through the outside.
Andy looks like he might have a bit of a taste of him. Andy's my favourite, probably one of the favourites at the moment. On them hard tires, he's just sticking with them. How many's on? 3.8 on the hardest tire compound.
Oh, he took that corner nicely there. He's straight up onto
Daniel
the back
Wem
of
just
Fangio.
weaving. He just...
Andy might want to turn off his ERS here because he knows Fangio's flashing. He's gone past him though.
Yeah. Oh my god. How did he save that? Careful. Fangio all over the back of Andy. Andy's out of that 1 second. Have to try to get back in it on section. He's almost back in it. There's a car going in the back there. O'Sheen F13 has lost the car.
Cruiser here up 7 positions into the points. I'd say he'll be happy with his start.
Oh, Andy
SJ up to 6 positions.
Still lagging alright, he is. There's a car going out
all
on the
up
right there.
on the
There's
back of Andy.
sections after losing the car there. Andy all over the back of him.
Con here just will want to sit back and watch these three battle.
Con's in a great position. He just has to stick in and save up the ERS. What's his ERS on? 55. He shouldn't be born it there. What's the point born there? Not going to make a move. So here we go.
Oh, Fangio. 3-second penalty.
Oh, that's going to hurt Fangio. That is going to hurt. Look, Daniel Wem making the move on Tommy.
He's made it stick.
So this is interesting now. Can Daniel Wem get out of that 1 second of Tommy?
There's no way of viewing the tyre wear, is there?
No, you just have to look at it yourself. Just viewing it by feel. But looking at the screen and just boxing.
Fangio into the pits.
I
I was about to say, I think his tyres were falling off there. That's why I was saying, could I look at the tyre wear?
The car gone, there's an Alfa Romeo, Cruiser's gone. So this is going to be interesting now to see if Tommy's going to have to save the ERS behind Daniel Wem. Lads like that and Jack.
Yeah, Dan's not touching his ERS as well. I know the few races that I've watched of Dan, he's drove brilliantly, but he's really good with ERS management.
Look at Dylan and Sully TM. They're looking well here. So, looking very strong. He's called Andy. It's just saving up the ERS, letting section drag him along. Just won't be getting any penalties. Took that very well there. There's Colin. Fanjo's after losing the car. Two Aston Martins are having a mare. Yeah, Fanjo's after losing the car. Tommy's on the back of Dan. Yeah, Tommy seems like he's struggling on pace. Dan seems like he is the quickest car on this track at the moment. But I don't know, seems like he's in a bit of a league of his own, but I think
Con's falling back a little bit here.
But he just has to stick with them. It's tough, but he just has to hang on there.
Section flashing, he's below 10%, but Andy's not doing too well 16 on the battery either.
My story's called Andy. There's a car going in the back. Slim again. Having a mare.
Ryan's just got past Cruiser. Cruiser's pitted. I wonder if he has damage there. Does he have damage? No, he doesn't. He's just changing to the hards. It's an early pit. Really early from Cruiser. Yeah, maybe he just wants to make sure he warms them up properly.
Oh, section's struggling here. He's derating as well. He's gonna always call Andy, be reeling them in. Look, he's over 10%. Always call Andy. He still has that horsepower difference.
He has that tyre advantage.
Just look at section in the straight line. I know he's derating. Look. He's called Andy. He's struggling. If he can invite Slim back into this session.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at it. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. He's derating though. Section gonna break as late as he can go around the outside. No.
Well done. Good racing from the lads there.
Oh, Andy gets a bit of an oversteer. Section's on the back of him here now. Have the slipstream, but he's derating. That's his only problem. Section 1's very fast in a straight line, being over 10%. Car there is O'Shane gone around. Cars are going sliding everywhere.
Oh, Sully, was that Sully or Darren? Darren's lost it.
O'Shane's retired in the pits. This man is retired. Tommy is struggling to hang on to that.
Personally, I don't really see the point in retiring in the pits this early. Safety car could bring you back into it.
Yeah, and it's such a long track. It's not like that he's being lapped or anything.
O'Shea's just said there's a reserve. Want my seat? I'll go to reserve.
Here we go. Tommy. He's struggling. He's just hanging on. But the Dan OM's pace is unbelievable. Look at it, pulling away from Jack. So Tommy's just hanging on.
Did you mean say he's pulling away from Tommy?
No, Dan OM is because Tommy's hanging on to the back of him and it's helping Tommy pull away from Jack as well. Because the DRS is so powerful and the slipstream around here. Slipstream is equivalent of 20 brake horsepower extra in these cars, so probably even more depending on the track. Yeah. Connor's struggling here now. It's just about getting it.
Con has a battery advantage here.
Oh, there's Jack. Jack's lost the car. Oh, no. And Connor's And it's close there. Stars won't be in the greatest nick. No way. Can't be on the back of him here. How's he going to take Maggots and Beckett's? How's his tires? The championship leader is suffering here. But you know, he's only in P5, so it's not the end of the world. But where he was, Connor's just being wise, just hanging with him. Doesn't need to be fighting him. There's a car in the back on there. It's Ryan Dav. He's struggling. My tier 1 lads now. The gap these lads are after pulling ahead. Be interesting now, Andy coming through the field now. Oh, Tommy's nearly lost the car.
Josh is right up on the back of SJ here.
Dan OM smells it.
Oh, and he's made a move up the inside there and he's gone past him.
Does he have the DRS?
That was
Yes, he
very
does.
optimistic.
Josh has the DRS. Well, SJR is in the slipstream. He's gonna try to go out wide, cut back in.
Is that Slim Jim that's lost the car at the
it's
back?
gone.
Yeah.
Oh, SJR nearly lost it there.
Sections out of the DRS zone of Andy. No, he's come back into it now.
I'm back into it, so that was gonna help him.
He's out of it now.
Yeah, he's out of
Andy
it.
knows he wants to keep him out. Yeah, and he's got it. He's kept him out.
Khan's out of it on Jack. Well, he just about got it.
I mean, I think Jack will want to keep saving his battery, but for him to be able to get back up into it, he could easily burn a bit of it. But he's pitting. Just dropped into that neutral to be safe.
Yeah, the lads are boxing
Got's
now.
pitted.
They'll come out into a nice gap.
At least they don't have an engineer in their area that says stay out, in.
Yeah. Tommy is hanging on by a thread. He is hanging on.
Dan doing really well with his battery. He's just driving smoothly. You can tell he's in a lovely groove here.
Jack will come out ahead of the Aston Martins anyways. And he'll come out with Ryan Dav as well. They're coming clean air on the hards anyway.
The workhorse down in 17.
Tommy's out of that 1 second. Dan OM pushed hard there. I think Dan OM's in a different league. Right. Be interesting what Andy will do now. Dylan has a chance on Josh and Nater here now. These were battling last season in Tier 2. One Tier 2 driver.
Andy's going to stay out. He's only 10 lap cards.
Jesus, Slim, how are you all the way over there?
Paddy, don't be don't be making the
No,
lads
just
feel
seeing the
bad.
car. No, just seeing the car going out all there.
Yeah, I know, don't worry. I was thinking the same thing. I just didn't say it out loud.
Yeah, Dan OM is gonna come in.
Sully up into the top 3 now as well.
Oh, Darren O'Brien. Tommy's after getting a lot of time. And Dan OM
Sully's up 15 positions here, so it'll be interesting to see what pit strategy he'll go with here. Will he try and make it?
Dan OM. Toward him.
Will he try and make it down to try get the softs on towards the end?
Oh, Con and Jack are after hitting each other, colliding there. Oh, interesting.
Gox straight up the back of Con here, going up the inside. Great move.
Yeah.
Got Nat Jack straight up the back of section here, almost pushing him through that corner. Going up the inside here. Great overtake by Jack.
Overtakes him, yeah. Cuts. Taking.
Got Ryan looking to make a move on section and he's hit him. Oh,
There's the front wing gone. He's gonna go for a move, but yeah, Ryan's struggling.
Oh.
See here, look at this. Wheel to wheel
Ryan
coming down.
Ryan should not be fighting for this with a broken wing, in my opinion.
Here we go.
Ryan staying out.
Yeah. Hold them up.
That's a bold move.
Supposing he's still in the DRS of Jack. Tommy should save his battery up.
Well, I mean, he's safely in the DRS here.
Yeah,
They're
I don't know
both on
why
the
he's
same
born it
tyres.
there, look.
I think he just gave it a little twinkle there, which isn't a bad thing, as long as you don't flat out burn it.
There's no point. What's the point if you're not going to overtake? It's not going to make a big difference.
Well, I mean, for Tommy, Dan can easily pull away at any point. He's
Yeah,
just
that's
got
what
that
I'm saying.
pace.
You need a battery
Yeah.
for your defence. And you knew by the first stint that was letting them down. Khan's coming up to the back of this.
Sully and Dylan in good
Oh,
positions
look
here.
at it, section. Gonna board up Khan. Khan has to be careful here. Khan could line two of them up here. Look at this.
Can he get it too?
Ah, look at this.
Although-
Put the power down. Yes, he's gonna burn it. He's gonna go. Oh, no.
Ah,
Oh, that's a beautiful move.
he's pushing him. He's pushing the Red Bull. Oh.
Jesus.
I was like a high school girl then.
Oh, Ryan's after giving McLaughlin down there. How's it going? She's feisty racing from the lads. Oh, McLaughlin losing the car and that goes Ryan. He knows he's after doing a mistake. Here comes the Aston Martins now to join the party. Colin Bay struggling on 12 all lap parts. Struggling to get a point.
Ryan's gone past McLaughlin again. Oh, will McLaughlin make a move here? Oh, they've made contact.
McLaughlin will be screaming and Ryan's born in it.
Banjo up past SJ. McLaughlin's round the outside here. This is not a corner you want to go into. Oh. Good
Happy
racing.
DRS. Dylan's
Banjo
gone into the
here's
pits.
Just
So,
waiting
yeah,
for the
just
right
staying
moment
out.
to make a move.
Look, this is all helping the lads who are gone on the mediums on the long stint. Well, the hards, I should say.
McLaughlin's going up the inside. They're both flashing. Fanjo, oh, they're
Ryan's after
doing
pushing
dirty
them over
dancing
there,
there.
yeah.
Oh, Fanjo, lovely overtake.
So what's SJ? Goes into
Oh,
the pits. 5 seconds speeding in the pit
careful
lane.
there, Fanjo. Ryan's lost it. He's out.
No,
Is that a safety car?
No, DNF in the pits.
Alright, I thought he went into a wall or something then. Fanjo, he's got the ERS advantage here. McLaughlin has the tyre advantage. Will he burn it here? Yeah, he's gonna burn it.
Oh, you were going
Oh,
on to the gas
McLaughlin's got a little bit shaky there.
Andy keeps going for a good few solid laps. Andrew making a move. And McLaughlin.
Yeah, he's got through.
McLaughlin will be fuming now.
Those lads have made contact a few times. Just hopefully they can keep each other on the track rather than putting someone into a barrier. Tommy's up the back of Dan. but he won't make it because he does not have the ERS.
I don't know why. I don't know why. That's
SJ
Tommy's
is right
downfall
up the
for the
back of
last
Josh.
couple of seasons. It's unnecessary burning the ERS. He doesn't.
ERS management is
It's huge.
it's even bigger in this game, considering in this game you hit less top speeds than last year.
And yeah, even this season before, like, and plus the DRS isn't as powerful as it was. Lads have to be
ERS can be the
careful.
difference between a win and a podium, if you think about it in like the top three kind of sense.
Tommy's gonna go up the inside. Oh, has to be careful.
SJ's getting really impatient here behind Josh.
I'm going to the gap for later. Slightly catching 23.5 seconds, 30 seconds. I'd be 7 seconds behind, but
Josh's straight line speed is looking really good here in front of him compared to SJ's. Tommy.
yeah.
He keeps getting close, but like we said, without that ERS, he can't
Come
make it
SJ.
stick.
SJ gone up the inside of Josh Nater. Oh, that's how you do. That was beautiful racing. It's good racing here.
Yeah, it really is. It's just the momentum of it's really well, though. They all seem to be in a good groove at the moment.
SJ has the DRS.
Andy can get another minimum 3 laps out of them tyres if he plays it right.
You get onto them soft tire compounds. And so roughly, it's about, I think it's roughly
29 seconds in the pits.
30, yeah. 30 seconds. So I think
I know with the purple optimal turn-ins 29 seconds and the green is 31 seconds.
he'll Andy be about roughly, by the time he boxes, he'll probably be about 9 seconds behind them in softs. Big ask, but you just never know.
I mean, he could.
Here come SJ, or
He'd come out ahead of Jack by the looks of it. He'd come out ahead of Jack's by 3 seconds.
he's going to go first.
Cold
Go
tyres.
up to Josh Nater's camera angle.
Andy's pitting now.
SJR has lost the car. Colin B goes by up to P12. So yeah, there's Ice Cold Andy. Sully TM staying out longer.
He could come out ahead of Jack here.
The only good thing is it cuts all that part of the track at pit lane, but he'll be
He's
coming
gone
back.
onto the mediums.
He probably wants to get just pump in the laps. That's an interesting call that he's going that long.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he went with softs, they would have warmed up after the first 3 corners.
Look at that now. I thought he'd be a lot further away now. But I said 9 seconds, so what is he now? 6.3, 6.4. Oh no, there's a...
Oh, he's nearly lost the car there.
The flag's
There's
going
no
everywhere.
need to burn the ERS there. You're 6 seconds ahead of section.
Here comes Dylan and Jack. I think Jack's after losing the car. That's what's happening there. Jack's lost the car. Oh my god, he's having a mare of a race. He's won the first 2 races.
He'll be gutted with himself.
Oh my god. Sully TM starting now. He'd be praying for a safety car. Soft tires, he'd be... That penalty's gonna hurt him.
Hopefully it doesn't happen what happened to me in the Shamrock last night, where the safety car comes out and we got stuck behind it with Delta, so we couldn't go ahead and pit. Hopefully if a safety car... Oh, Sully's actually pitted now. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Probably go sauce, nothing to lose, Sully.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's completely up the grid from where he started.
3 seconds is gonna really hook on. He's struggling to hang on to section as well. He's out of the DRS, so he's gonna be in a bit of a wars now.
Tommy's kind of set himself up for an upset with his ERS management.
Look
Did
at
Sully have
60.
damage?
No, he was just a lot further behind than Andy.
His pit time seemed a lot longer than Andy's.
We'll go back down to this train now. Seems like everybody's just settled in. They're just waiting for something to happen. Waiting. 19 laps out of the 26. Race is flew in, it has. So Andy's eating into that lead now. 6 seconds.
I thought you said Wendy.
6.5 as I could say, but we'll keep on that anyway for the time being. Yeah, Jack seems like he's too far. I think Dylan, what will he give Jack for the championship? Give his teammate get that extra point at the end. We'll find out and see what happens. Ice Cold Andy 29.4. Could you check on the race director what was the leader's lap times were?
Yeah.
He's reeling them in now. Can Andy catch up? The great Andy.
What did you want me to check it for there, Paddy?
Yeah, the lap times. Top 2. Check down the Wales for us. That's all I need to know.
The most recent lap times.
Just click on the race director and then go into that name.
He's hitting the past 2 laps he's hit 136 and a 133.
Yeah, so he's roughly
His most recent one's a 133.
Car back there, SJR.
And Tommy's most recent one is a 135. Mr. Ice Cold Andy's looking quick on his mediums. Oh, he's shook a little bit there, he has.
That's just going to stay in 14 whole lap parts. He's doing well.
No, he's gone really wide there, he's gone off the track.
2. So he hasn't. He must have lost time there. That'll let him down. I don't think he has the pace to catch them. He'll probably catch up to them, but I don't think he has the pace to overtake. One thing catch him, another overtake him.
I think you are right though what you said. I don't even think he'll catch them.
Yeah, I think it's a big ask as well. I think he'll take the P3, 15 points, but between these been hanging on to Sully Tian, trying to get that point.
Sully's not in the worst position here. He's on the soft.
That's on the soft. Like he might be coming in today very shortly.
With that train there, he could possibly get 4 places.
Yeah. Khan's gonna be hurt for that 3 seconds. CMD rating up there. Andrew's very close to Jack here now. We have a move on him. I'll just stick up behind him. Tommy struggling, Dan OM. I think Dan OM has it covered. I have to say, lads, unless he makes a mistake.
Well, he has
Tommy's just struggling to hang on to him, never mind to overtake him.
Does Tommy play with no ABS?
No, he has ABS on. Dan OM has nothing. Dan OM is probably the most complete driver in Tier 1. He has no assist on.
I was just wondering, because when I've been watching Tommy here, he seems to be locking up on my screen a lot. I mean, even if Dan has a little slip or a little loss of control, I think
I can't. I
he
can't
still
say it.
has. I can't see it either, but he has the battery to be able to
Yeah.
stay up there, or even like he hasn't touched it for about 8 laps.
Yeah, and Tommy's through. As I said, Tommy's just hanging on. That's the case.
Tommy's just using that back
Yeah.
straight.
And Josh is after getting Colin B. Colin B's tires around 20 all lap. Hard. They won't be in the greatest nick by the time he finishes. Just goes to show he can't be getting wing damage around here. Here comes Jack on Dylan. So he lets him go ahead. Jack might get a P5 after all.
So you're telling me that Dan drives with 0 assists?
Nothing. Literally line off, everything off.
Well, I tell you what, he's a monster. I didn't know that.
That's it. That's 67% easy. You need a burner. And if Tommy does overtake him, Dan O'M will just overtake him again. The lads, wherever it seems like they're on a different lane today. I think Dan O'M is the fastest man on track. The lads were. You could easily say Andy wasn't on the same tires, but he was on the quicker strat. If you're on the harder tire compound and keeping up with them at the start, you don't realise how much time we're gaining. What do you want to be going for? So Jack's coming up the back of Con now. Yeah, Tommy Bourne it there. 16%.
I mean, if you look at the Delta, he is getting slightly closer, but the ERS is going to be the major difference. Dan's probably playing with him a little bit, letting him get close, then just burning a bit of his ERS.
Yeah, just gave it a tap there. I wouldn't be surprised if Dan O'M nearly gets out of 1 second from him on the last lap.
I mean, to be fair to Tommy, he's holding on quite well.
Yeah, with Tommy's standards as well, like, he'd want to be winning that race. 18 points.
I had a massive lag spike then. Tommy went into the barrier on my screen, then he was ground cops.
It's very close to Dan O'M now, but I don't even think you'll have the ERS to overtake him.
Nah, Dan's just burning it there.
See.
Actually, he literally just pinged it, didn't he?
Con and Jack. Colin's had a very strong race there today. Now he probably only get Glocks even might get him as well. Might even drop to a couple of spots like. Here comes Jack defending the inside Conor. Holds it out wide. Oh, Jack nearly loses the car. Jack as well if he wanted to catch section, but I don't think he would have. He'd only be on the back from. There's a car coming out of the pits there, you have to be careful. Jesus Christ, that's after hunting. Oh my god. Why'd I have to do that? The car still comes out. Where we go to the latest, Dan O'M 54, Tommy 8%. Seems like he has it in the bag, Dan O'M.
I tell you what, I'm happy with this. I'm on report tonight, and there won't be much to report.
know what to
So
start and all, but we could have missed something, but I can't say it that much.
all I'm gonna say is thank you for the tier one boys for keeping it as clean as possible. I
I
mean,
say Jack
they've
will
kept
have
it clean
Connell
to be
here.
fair from what I've seen.
Con will defend the inside. Here comes Jack.
Oh,
Left
good
the door
overtake.
open there. Con will go for a switchback. He's going to hang around the outside. Jack seems like he has the traction. Colin seems like he's going around the outside. Oh, that is beautiful racing, lads.
That's good
Beautiful.
racing by the
That
boys.
is beautiful.
Oh, Con's
Oh, he
gone
goes
wide.
out wide there. Jack's going to get in the slipstream now. Not losing time there. Jack doesn't need to do anything silly here now. He's on lap 26. He doesn't want. He has 10 points at the moment. Doesn't want to have it in 0. Here we go, Jack's saving it. Clever, as I said. Daniel Hem's looking strong there. Here we go. Jack on the very back. You'll have to say Jack will have him here.
We'll watch
Set the
Dan
tree.
here take the last 2 corners.
Go on board here.
Coming
Big lock
into
up
the
there. He's out that 1
last
second. At the
corner.
ERS. Dan OM. He's a race winner again. Dan OM wins the Tier 1 British Grand Prix. Mr. Always Called Andy. Coming around in P3. Jack had Con. Good racing. We have a section coming up now. Get his P4 now. 12 points. Great result for section. 116. Be delighted with that. Jack P5. Con P6. Dylan gets P6. McLaughlin gets P7. Con P8. Andrew P9. Sully TM P10. Josh Nair P10. And Colin B P11. Cruiser has a puncher. I didn't know lap parts. Colin B's 25 all lap parts. That's Colin B masterclass. Looking after the first. What a win from Dan OM. Fastest man, had it under control. Cruiser's getting the car back. A puncher for Cruiser. Finished P13. Joko become P14.
That's all I was right, 20 laps on the hards. I know I went 19 in tier 3 and they were on 85.
Colin B did 25 laps.
Did he?
Yeah, Colin B did 25 laps. Finished P11.
That was probably like driving on ice.
In fairness, he's very good with tyre management. I think I'd probably, if I was driving, I'd probably be 15 laps. His tyre management's next level, but Dan OM, what a drive. I think this has been his first win nearly a year now, has it?
Well, I have to say, if that's the case, I'm glad to see him win it, and well deserved. Brilliant race by him. Genuinely a brilliant race.
Hopefully they joined the party. Do you know what? Do you know what I noticed? When we were setting up this lobby, Dan OM joined the party chat just before, and then he went back out. So I think there was a bit of a moment that he knew he was going to.
He was probably thinking, it's too early. I'll wait.
But I'll round us off. Dan OM P1, Tommy P2, Mr. Ice Cold Andy P3, Section P4, Jack P5, Dylan P6, Mags P7, LOI Com P8, Fanjo P9, Josh Nair P10, Colin B P11, Sully TM P12, Cruiser P13, Joko P14, SJR P15, Darren O'Brien P16, Ryan Daff P17, Slim P18, O'Shane P19. So Dan OM. So Joko got the fastest lap with at 129 flat. track. Come in handy.
Well, I mean, Dan's made you look like a absolute master to saying he'd win the race. You'd like to see him win.
Ah, I'm delighted. It's actually over the moon from because it's coming. He's after he won that championship in season 6. I think like he took a break from it. Like he knew he achieved something, and then he just getting awful unlucky. He wasn't even getting by lap 3 as well. So it's good for him to be back. And plus, this is his strongest track, and I think he was probably eyeing it up as well. But I wasn't expecting that as well.
Silverstone's a good track and it's lovely to race on. I just think what most people get rowdy about is the track limits.
But that's why you have to have four. That's why you have the lines on the track. It's like football, VAR and all. You just have to keep it in the lines.
Oh, don't even talk about that. That's ruined the sport.
Yeah, I'll leave that for. I don't know what was going on for going trial there. Hopefully, lads can join the party. P3, always called Andy. We give them lads a bit of moment, I think. I'm saying anyway.
So the boys are waiting for the invite, you know that.
Yeah, I had a bit of a feeling that they're used to invites, but. So, do you wanna? I'll interview Andy. I'll do 2 and 1. No, 3 and 1. Andy, you there? Don't think you can hear me. Probably. Do you wanna interview Tommy while he sorts himself out?
Hello.
Oh, he's there. Andy,
Yeah. Well, something.
I think your mic volume is very low there. If you could turn it up
Is
by
that
any
better?
chance. Yeah, much better. Perfect.
Yeah.
Silverstone this week. What was your expectations coming in, and the track, does it
To
suit
be,
your driving style or?
to be honest, like it's not one of my favorites. So I was expecting it to probably be a bit more of a difficult one than previously. Didn't really get a decent quali lap, which sort of set me back a bit. And then, I just thought I'd just play an alternative strategy. Obviously meant that I didn't have the best of starts. But I just had to try something different, and then hopefully get something from there.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, it was a good idea as well because like, you had pace advantage on the lads and you made a few moves on the hards. Do you think you could have went on to the softs a few laps longer, or it was just you just knew?
Nah, but my tire wear at that stage would have been puncture territory. So I knew if it stayed out a bit longer, I'd have risked a puncture. And to be honest, like I mean, even if it got onto softs, Dan and Tommy were just faster than me today. So yeah, I mean, I sort of. I did close the gap on them initially at the start, and I thought might have a chance, but then after a while, like the delta between the two tires sort of just became the same, and then I just had to accept that I wasn't gonna match them, so yeah, just fight another day, I guess.
That's it. And like it seemed like a lonely race for you because like at the start I think all the action happened, but I think it seemed like it was just one of those races where you just had to extend the hards and then hope for the best. Like if something a safety car came out, but then you came out in fresh air and I was just trying to close down the gap. But we were saying in the commentary it was a big ask because you probably would like if you caught up to them, it's another thing overtaking as well. So you need to have that delta as well. But P3, I say you take it as well at the way after that quali.
Yeah, no, like the quality wasn't my best. I just didn't really get any sort of decent laps together. So yeah, I just had to just decided to go long in the race. And then I was hoping maybe Dan and Tommy might fight a bit more intensely, and then that would give me more of an opening. But sure, it is what it is.
That's it. That's it. But look, 6 points now. You've closed the gap down to Jack now to just 6 points. So, how are you feeling about that?
Oh yeah, pretty good. I mean, it's just a case of I sort of knew by lap 22 and 23 that as long as I beat him, then it's just you've still got plenty of races to go,
It's about
so I can definitely get ahead of him. Sure, if we know with some good results.
and Saudi Arabia next week. Track layout. How does it find to you? Does it suit you
Yeah, no,
or?
I quite enjoy it. The first sector is really good in it, so hopefully it'll be a bit better next again. But I'm sure the other guys will be fast as well. So, but looking forward to it.
That's good. And congratulations on another podium as well, Andy, and best luck for next week.
Thanks.
As it, do you want to do Tommy?
Yeah, we'll do. So, Tommy,
How's things
um,
well?
yeah, everything's okay. So, with Silverstone, I know some people like it, some people dislike it, but coming into it, how were you feeling before you done quali?
Yeah, it was pretty confident there. Liked the track. I'd done a bit of practice for it, so yeah, I was pretty happy coming in. Yeah, no, it was pretty feeling pretty confident. Yeah.
Well, I mean, watching you in quali and Dan, you seemed to put in some smashing laps, and Dan just took pole towards the end there. And for the entire race, you looked quite comfortable. But I'd say you were sick of being stuck behind Dan. How were you feeling during the race behind him?
No, I wasn't really stuck behind him. I think that's the wrong way of putting it. I was actually at 100% for that whole race. I don't think my battery seen 30% after lap 5. It was just the whole time just on the limit trying to stay with him. Dan's just unbelievable around there. It was actually a joke. Like I remember at the first stint, I think we gapped Jack by about 2 seconds, and I was obviously ahead of Dan at that stage, and the gap was to Jack was around 2.1, 2.2, and then Dan went by him. You think it was like lap 5, lap 6, and the gap just started stretching to Jack, and I was holding on for dear life. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you drove really well and everything, and I'd say you're happy with getting on the podium. But how are you feeling for Jeddah next week? Any expectations?
It was good around there last year. I think it's changed quite a lot since F1 21. Just feels a lot different. I've only done a few laps there now, so obviously you have to get used to it again. But yeah, and I'll see how it goes. Just yeah, hopefully it goes
Well, I mean,
alright. Yeah.
after tonight, I think that moves you up to fourth, I think, in the Drivers' Championship. So it's looking quite good for you moving up there, getting into that top four battle.
Yeah, no, it was important to get a decent result. Obviously, had a bit of a nightmare in Netherlands last week, so priority number one was to definitely just be on the podium. Obviously, again, getting a few points on the lads at the top as well. It was important. Obviously, I would have loved to have the extra 7, but unfortunately, just wasn't. Especially second last lap, kind of just eased off. Top better of it, but yeah, no, nice to get the points in the bag.
Well, it's good to see you on the podium, and hopefully you have a good race next week in Jeddah as well.
Yeah, cheers.
So
And just
best of luck, Tommy.
shout out Dan as well. I know he's had a tough time recently, but it's great to see him at the top, and I'm delighted for him as well. Super win.
Cheers, Tom. Nice one.
The great Dan OM. Jesus.
Paddy Slater. It's been a while.
It's been. I was saying in the commentary, you should watch that race back in especially the qualifying was unbelievable. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I'm speechless as well for you as well because it's been near a year now since the last time you won a race. Is that correct?
Must be, yeah. Christ, season 6.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
Early season 6, yeah.
Yeah, it's about a year. Like, and what was the mindset coming into Britain? I know Silverstone's probably our strongest track on paper, but was that the
yeah.
goal? Was that the goal? It's just like you had a good feeling that you're going to win it.
I had no idea what the pace of the lads was. Obviously, I knew I'd done a good time trial. But that doesn't really mean much. Did a bit of practice yesterday, right? Not a huge pile. As you often say, Paddy, more is or less is more.
That's it. That's it.
So did a bit of race run. I was a bit disappointed with quali. I did a few .4s in practice, so the 8 was a bit disappointing, but I still managed pole. But I think the race worked out well. Tommy jumped me off the start, but he could see that Jack he got caught up in something, so he pushed hard. We were able to break the DRS early, and then it was kind of between the two of us then from then on.
Yeah, I noticed, and I think at the start, I think Jack was struggling, but I didn't know it was whether Strack was struggling or you were just yourself. Dan, I thought you were in a different league today, judging by like the pace, because Tommy was, as he's saying there, he was pushing, but he was just
Yeah,
so hard.
I had no idea. See, I was on my own, and the two lads weren't with me tonight, so I
Yeah,
had no idea if he was pushing or if he was just taking it easy. I had no idea. So I was trying
he
not to
was.
push too hard, but also keep him out of the half second. Like don't let him get a chance.
Yeah, because you looked so comfortable. Like judging with the third view, you looked so comfortable, and you knew where he was strong, and then where you were stronger as well. But yeah, and
But
did you?
I know in fairness to Tom, like it was serious drive. I don't think I got him outside half a second until the very last lap. Like so,
Yeah,
GG to
got.
him. Great race.
Cheers, man. Thank you. Yeah, good stuff.
And next week, Dan, will we see you back on
Don't talk to me now, Paddy. Don't talk to me.
Is
I'll be
this
back
is
to the
this
back.
a, is this a revamp? This Dan OM 2.0, is it?
No, one night only. We'll be back to 17th next week.
Look, hopefully not.
I know, we'll see, yeah.
And did you know by all the other lads? I don't know during the week or none. Have you done a practice? But did you know you're going to be that quick compared to the rest? Because it seems like you were in a different league. You're in a league pretty much in race pace by your own, and obviously the quality of your doing .4s as well. It seems like you're in a league.
I've always been strong here, right? For whatever reason, yeah, I've been decent. But I knew, to be honest, I kind of knew Tommy would be there with me because we did a practice race a few weeks ago when the game first came out, and it was me and him kind of up the front as well. So I knew he was always going to be a threat. But look, I came out the right side of it anyway, thankfully.
That's it, and it's mad. Even you can even drive a Fiat 500. The track will still suit you, anyway. I don't know. You can any generation of cars suit you.
I wouldn't fit in it, Paddy. Come on.
That's true. They good few of us lads not to fit into them. But yeah. So any expectations for next week? Just see how it goes, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually driven a lap of this game yet, but yeah, I'll do a bit of practice, right? Let's see how it goes. I've hungry for more now,
Yeah.
Got the taste of it again.
That's it, Dan. That's it. But it was great. It was great seeing you on the top step, and it was good interviewing you, man. And I'm delighted for you. It's good to see you back.
Cheers, buddy. Nice one.
No worries. So we'll leave it there, as it. So that is season 9. Actually, a great race to watch as well, and it's been a clean week, surprisingly, in LOI this week in season 9. But yeah, thank God. So hopefully tomorrow tune in at 10 o'clock for Tier 2, and this time next week for Tier 1 in Saudi Arabia. Good night and God bless.